All right, so let me just text my son. Tell him that we're out in 30. So I made this. So kind of the recap. I'm finally back, man, from being sick, man. That pneumonia really, it was really intense, man. And I ended up, I worked for a week or so in LA and came back, and I was like, still, like my breathing was weird, but we are good. We're feeling better. I'm back to work. You know, I was just like, once you lose that momentum with work, and I come in here, and then it's like I don't know, I just feel really disconnected from everything. And yeah, when I came home Thursday night, I mean, it took me 20 hours to get home. Me and flying has really turned into quite an ordeal. Defective planes is scary to think about, but they keep pulling us off. They pulled us off, and we were late. Anyway, I got up at 6 o'clock Thursday morning, 6 a.m., worked for a couple of hours, and I got home at like 2:30 a.m. And what was weird was I came home, and I went in, and I put my stuff up, and I took a shower, and crashed, and got up in the morning, and started working on doing this and doing that, and returning emails. And I didn't come into the studio. And I thought, it's so weird. Like, I didn't want to come in here. Usually when I'm on a trip, I come back. Literally, I sometimes I just like get out of the car and come straight in the studio, open it up, look around, make sure, alarm's good, everybody's good, water, electric, before I do anything. So that was a weird one. But yeah, I did go through some stuff. And somebody had hit me up the other day. I was like, hey, what's up with that song, The Chime? So I came in here this morning, and I got this little guitar sound. I started the video, and I was like, hey, this is going to be a really long video because I'm going to track all these guitars. And I was like 40 minutes into the video, and I was kind of like on the first section of the song. I don't know, like, I haven't played at all in like a month and a half, hardly. I mean, at all. And I don't know if it's just that I haven't played, and the guitars have been sitting, and getting them everything to jive. So I literally got to here, and I was like 45 minutes into the video, and I just quit the video, canceled it, deleted everything. I said, forget it. And then I just took a break. I took like 10, 15 minutes. I think I did a little doom scrolling, like we can. And then I sat down and like I did all of this in like 15 minutes. It was done, double tracked. It was like I just needed, and maybe I just needed to not be filming it. Like, I don't know if maybe just, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so here's the, let me get rid of this all thing here. There you go. So these first two tracks are on the left, and they are my black Les Paul. All I've got a little bit of woodshed and a little bit of 808 on. And the first track is the JCM800, and the second track is the Rectifier Channel 2 Vintage. And this is with the with the Sur reactive load, which actually at the beginning of the beginning with a V, the beginning of the beginning, at the beginning of the beginning, I called it Sur, and I was like, that's like the big. You ever hear anybody say like, oh yeah, I like Sur guitars? Like, oh man, that's like rookie. Like, did you just start playing yesterday? Like Sur, but I called it Sur. Here's another one I'm going to show you guys. Some people may find this funny. I don't know if you can see this. This is me at a booth in LA.
So, Merry Christmas.
This is I sent this to my wife, so this is what you'll see. Watch and listen. I'll turn it all the way up. Here we go. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas. So I'm looking at this girl's resume. You see that? I asked her, I said, what It's crotcheting. What do you think now? What's your daddy tell? It's crocheting. Merry Christmas. So look at.
Oh, because that's the funny thing. I always like certain words. Like I was just like, "What is?" Yeah, I remember I was with my mother-in-law, and she was taking me to the airport, and I was like, we were going to Delta or whatever. I said, "Oh," I looked up. I said, "Oh yeah, it's just past Allegiant," and she's like, "What?" I said, "Allegiant." And her and my wife started giggling. She means Allegiant or whatever. I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's an old joke. So when I was a kid. Now, youngsters are not going to know anything about what I'm going to say. There used to be a thing called the club. The club. It was a club. You'd put it on your steering wheel so people in LA wouldn't steal your car. It was like a lock with like a thing and a pin, and it got stuck in the club. So I'm driving down the street, and there's a huge ad on the side of a bus for the club. And I'm driving with my friend, and I look up, and I'm like, what does Dieter Thieves mean? And he's like, I don't know. Dieter Thieves. And I was like, that's so weird. And then like a month later, I saw it, and I was with somebody else. I'm like, what does Dieter's Thieves mean? It was deters. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. So here's the 800. One thing I did different with the 800 than I did with the Recto is I just have the LTTV7 IR, because with this own hammer Recto, it was too like I liked it. It was thinner or like brighter, more hollow. So again, here's the 800 with just the Leon Todd LTTV7 mix. Yeah, nice. Now. This is the Recto in channel 2 in vintage mode, but this is with the own hammer Recto cab and the LTTV 7 mix cab. This is, the IRs. A little more ooh, and then together. And then the other side is the same thing, except this side, the right side, is with my green Epiphone Les Paul. A little brighter. So the way I did this, I did it section by section. So what it is basically get like the whatever 8/16 bars, whatever it is, like the main first section, get it nice and tight, then grab the other guitar, do the other side. Don't do the song linearly, just because I don't really know what I'm doing on the song. I'm like kind of making up parts as I go. So once I get it, I'm like, okay, cool. Grab the other guitar, get it in tune, and play it. So here they are. So here is, here it is with both. close enough for rock and roll for right now. Anyway, that's it. Yeah. So that's it. I played the whole song linearly all the way to the end of the second bridge section, and then I just cut and pasted the kind of second half of the first half. I just copied the intro. That's it. It feels good, that was the hardest thing, was like, I haven't been videoing, and I have not been I haven't been playing, and my mind's been in weird spaces. I don't know. I'm doing better though. So the next thing is I'm gonna put this in. Yeah, I gotta work that part. I wish I had just played. I gave up. Again, it was like what I was doing today. I was like, I don't feel like doing this. I gotta get myself back into, being a session guitar player, man. It's tough, man. And it's tough for doing client stuff, because there's certain things that are tough about that, because you're trying to make them happy, and you're doing all this stuff that's maybe you're not adapted to, or it's new, or whatever. And you got people staring at you. And then you got the stress of doing your own stuff, because, this is now like, hey, this is what I'm doing. So, I'm trying to make this cool for... Anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm going to finish this. I've got a couple of weeks before I go back out on my last road trip of the summer. This is going to be done before then. Videos are coming out. Also, kind of to circle back around the whole thing, I pulled out the Mark V. The last video, I was like, I put the Recto up there. It's just, I hated it up there. So I love the Mark V, but the Recto is better, especially for what I do. And so I put the Recto down there. The other thing too, I was thinking, like, a couple of the biggest session guys in Nashville. Derek Wells is, for one, which is the number one guy. That's the guy on like more hits than anybody. And, he's got the usual thing, the Fenders, the Matchless, Bassman, Marshalls. And then he's also got a rectifier. And that's what he talks about. He's like, yeah, I got to always have the rectifier like ready to go, because, a lot of this radio stuff, like, it wants, even if it's low in the mix, they want more of the not so much of the of the Marshall. So I love this amp too. This is a multi-watt pre-Gibson triple. It's a little bit different sounding than the Mesa, than the Dual, and I like the way it sounds. For me, I like it better. So I run it. I don't run it super loud anyway. I know it's 150 watts, but I've got the master is on, and the master's on 5. It's at noon, and then the master on the channels are all down, because I'm using the surreactive load, and I know the cap on that is 100, so I'm not like cranking it. But there it is. So, right? Wow. Oh, wrong thing. So here's 800 Marshall left and right. Right? And then Recto left and right. And then together. It's just, that's lights out. And that's not with my cabs or anything. And there's a lot of people really like the cabs too, or they like the cabs better than the reactive load IR thing. The reason I do this is because if I want to do multi-amps, the IRs are better. And I like it. I don't know. I've gotten more used to them too. I think it sounds really cool. And this is completely unmixed, nothing, zero. That's all there is nothing on the tracks. They're not bussing to anything, and the master is completely alone. So I will do this 12-string part, and gonna probably do some like leads over here. And I met with my publisher while I was in LA. We're getting some game plans for the next phase. And tomorrow I have a one-on-one meeting with ASCAP, like an in-person. So I'm going down to Music Row. I'm meeting with ASCAP, and then I'm meeting in 2 weeks with NSAI, which is National Songwriters Association International. So, I'm getting all my split sheets and all my, producer contracts. I'm getting everything together. I've just got to be a little more straight down the middle, right? So it's good to be back, guys. And now I got to take my son. We got to go to Kroger and get cases of water and drinks and snacks for band camp this month. He's playing sousaphone in the marching band, and they have a month-long band camp. It's local, so he goes there and comes back every day. But that's what's happening, and we've got baseball is still happening, and it's been ridiculously hot here. I mean, wow, hot. So, yeah. Peace. Anything else? Anybody want to mark 5?